Let's start this video about a Gibson Tribute Les Paul guitar with the case because it's out and it's kind of in the way, so we're going to start here. This is a soft case. It is heavier than a gig bag. It's got more structure. It's got some fairly dense foam in here and a really nice neck rest. Very plush on the inside. No storage in here. There is storage in this pouch on the outside. Has the Gibson logo sewn into it. A nice chunky, and that's got some heavy duty foam, like a high density foam and then a lower density foam on the inside of that. When we look at the back side, instead of a backpack, it's a sling bag, and you can change this. You can unclip it, clip to the other side if you need to, and there's the Gibson logo. All right. Really, really nice soft case, you know, heavier than a gig bag, certainly. So now here is the guitar that came in it, Gibson Les Paul Tribute. So this was, until they discontinued it, the least expensive option for a genuine USA made Gibson Les Paul. And I got to tell you, as I'm looking at this kind of looks like it's got a lot of brown in it and very little red. The pictures that I saw before purchasing this was very bright red. It was a cherry burst, definitely. I'm certainly seeing that how this is perceived, the color-wise, really depends on the lighting. And what I'm seeing on the camera looks pretty similar to what I'm seeing in person. Maybe a little more red coming through on the camera. We've got the gold little top hat knobs there. Do you like wrapping the stop bar tailpiece? I tend to like it. I would have done it, but it was done already. There's our Tune-O-Matic bridge. The pickups, I think it's a 490T and 490R. So R is the rhythm pickup, 490R, 490T would be the treble pickup. We do not have a poker chip on this to tell us whether we're in rhythm or treble mode, but it is your standard three-way switch. And you see the cream surrounds on the pickups. 2 volumes, 2 tones. So these are for the treble pickup, you know, the bridge pickup. These 2, volume and tone, are for the neck or rhythm pickup. All right, it's a rosewood fretboard. You see that on this model, they do not have fret nibs. So it is your standard steel frets, not stainless steel. And the hole has been drilled for a pick guard here and over here on the side, but I see no evidence that one was installed. And in another video, I will dig into this pouch that came with it and show you the picture, the born on picture, you know, from the work desk of the person who did the final inspection on it. One of the neat things here about these is because it is a translucent nitrocellulose lacquer that they put on with some tint, but it's not like a solid paint, you can see the maple cap through the edge. So it's mahogany for the back, maple for the cap on top, and it kind of resembles binding in the right light. Here's a strap button. There's another one down here on the bottom. While we're down here, our output jack is here, and once again with the plastic instead of a metal plate. On this side with the light, you can see, if I can get it out of the shadow, you can see much better how that kind of resembles binding all the way up. Okay, it is a set neck, like most Les Pauls, where you have the little white dots and then the trapezoid-shaped fret markers. This is a Graphtec product, but it's a polymer nut, and you can see a little bit of grain in that rosewood. Interesting. There's our Tribute truss rod cover, the front of our 6 Gibson Deluxe tuners. The Gibson Les Paul model are screened on for this. Get a look at the back. Serial number, as always with the Gibson, is stamped in. First digit of the year, so 20, a second digit of the year. And I want to say 341st day, and then this is going to be the number that day. See that open book headstock with the little wings on the side being kind of translucent. You can see that really well. No volute on this model. And what is maybe a little harder to tell right here, because it is tinted pretty aggressively, is that is a maple neck. When we get down here, you can see much better the difference in the shade of the lighter colored maple and the darker mahogany. So the maple cap down here and then the maple neck there. That's very different. If you saw the video on my 2016 tribute gold top, that has a mahogany neck. So not all of the tributes had maple necks. Some people like them, some people don't. Should be more durable, certainly. Here are those Gibson Deluxe tuners I told you about, and that one's got a little bit of a bend in it, unfortunately. That was disclosed before it was purchased. Guy I got it from, super cool guy, professional musician. He sold this and another one to me and bought a Les Paul Standard. I think he bought it before he sold them to me. You can see that's a little bit of an open pore finish on these. It's a very thin lacquer, and they didn't do a ton of grain fill. I kind of like that. I like being able to see and feel the grain a little bit. These are a textured cover on the back on this one. When you see the video on the other one that I got from this guy, we'll point out why that's different on that one. Anyhow, there's what we have for the Gibson Les Paul Tribute. It's a 2020. That's how it came, and trust me, it did not have a pick guard installed when it left the factory. It's sitting beside a Gibson Les Paul Studio. It's a 98 model, and you can see some similarities. Look at how much brighter the screen is for the Gibson and Les Paul versus this is faded and been scrubbed off or whatever. This whole guitar's had a lot of love, a lot of wear and tear and abuse. This had a little bit, not too much. What do you think? Please subscribe and check out our Guitar Deals group on Facebook. The link's in the bio.